What's up guys, it's your girl Just Sold Out, and I'm back here today with something a little different. Today I will be doing a makeup tutorial inspired by this Alexander Wang Adidas collaborative sneaker. I picked this up while I was at Kith Woman in New York. They just so happen to have a size 5. Put it on, it's a little tight, but I imagine that the knit is gonna kind of stretch out a little bit as I keep wearing them. I try to take all these different kind of colors and incorporate it into this look. So you get this like bright blue, the white, you get a lot of dark browns and light browns and creams. So I try to incorporate all of that into this look. If you want to see more, keep watching. Started with a totally clean face and primed it with Glossier's Priming Moisturizer. I have really dry skin, so naturally this is a great alternative to the Marc Jacobs Coconut Water Primer. Next, I covered my face in Iope's N31 Warm Beige Air Cushion. This is totally great for summer because it has an SPF 50. For full coverage, I used Tarte Shape Tape Concealer in the light medium shade and put it all over my face where I feel like it's a little more red and could use that extra bit of coverage. Then I used Laura Mercier's setting powder and just kind of set everything that was on my face. I primed my eyelids with the Smashbox primer and then went full on in with the Goof Proof Brow Pencil by Benefit and just kind of shaped my brows, brushing them first and then kind of drawing them in, and then for an even more natural look, brushing them out again. I really went through this Highbrow Glow Benefit pencil, and I've just used this to even further shape my eyebrows a little more. To contour my face, I used the Tarte Pro Glow palette and took the shade Hue and put that all along my cheekbones, and then I took the Sculpt Hue and put that on the very bottom ends of my cheeks just to add some definition. I then took this NYX palette and used this Tan Hue to kind of blend some of the darker points into my face so it gives it more of a natural look. For highlighter, I went back to the Tarte Pro Glow palette and used the strobe color and brushed this all along my cheekbones very lightly for that extra shine. Onto eyeshadow, I went in with Smashbox Double Exposure and took this gold hue and placed this all over my eyelids to use as a base. For the blue pop, which is seen on the sneaker, I used the Royal eyeshadow in the Kylie Peach palette, and with an angle brush, I created a stroke at the edge of my eye and blended it into the middle. It might seem really bright at first, but it does blend out in the end. Back to the double exposure palette, I used the dark silver color and blended the blue from the outer crease into the middle. I took the navy blue and blended it right above my eyelashes on the outer edges for a little bit of definition. Since I didn't plan on using white eyeshadow, I used this bright silver shade and blended it into the middle of my eyelids and slightly onto the inner parts. I used this light pink shade along the inner parts of the lid up into the brow bone to smoke out some of the colors. Since I have monolids, I dabbed some of the silver shade along the inner parts of my eyelids for an extra pop in replacement of what would be the white color on the sneaker. Using the Charm eyeshadow in the Tartelette Full Bloom palette, I placed this shade right under my brow bone and blended some of the finer edges of the blue color. I went back with the Royal Shadow and popped some of this on the bottom of my eyelids to really give that blue representation it deserves. Then I went in with this wider NYX white eye pencil and drew this from the inner to the outer parts of the bottom of my eyelids. I also popped some right on top where I plan to do my eyeliner and lightly blended it in with a brush. This Kat Von D ink eyeliner has been one of my favorite products, mostly because I can create a cat eye with one simple stroke. I felt the jet black color coordinated with the elastic strings on the sneaker. On to some of the final touches, I curl my lashes and then stroke some mascara on. To top it all off, I painted on Dolce K from the Kylie Matte Liquid Lipstick collection. Thanks for watching. If you want to see more makeup tutorials, let me know in the comments below or like this video, and be sure to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I will see you in the next one.